Hi, welcome to Wits Connect. In this session, we will discuss about diac. Diac words are derived from diode and AC. Diode works on AC, hence it is named as diac. Diac is also known as gateless thyristor because we have two terminals named as terminal 1 and terminal 2. Instead of mentioning anode and cathode, diac terminals are mentioned as terminal 1 and terminal 2 because one terminal is positive with respect to another terminal. Terminal 1 can be positive with respect to 2 or terminal 2 can be positive with respect to 1. So that's why instead of mentioning anode and cathode, diac terminals are mentioned as terminal 1 and terminal 2. So diac construction point of view, it is almost similar to the transistor. Whereas in transistor we have three terminals, but in diac we have only two terminals. These are the differences, and the construction almost same. The differences between the diac and transistor are in diac we have only two terminals, terminal 1 and terminal 2 work as anode and cathode. There is no base terminal in the diac. The three regions of almost same level of doping in diac, whereas in transistor we have different level of doping: moderate doping, light doping, heavy doping. Okay. Diac gives symmetrical switching characteristics for either polarity of voltage, that is terminal 1 with respect positive with respect to 2. What are the characteristics we are getting when terminal 2 is positive with respect to the terminal 1? Similar characteristics we will get, but only the difference is if the terminal 1 positive with respect to terminal 2, if the characteristics observed in quadrant 1, then when the terminal is positive 2 is positive with respect to terminal 1, these characteristics will be observed in quadrant 3. So both the characteristics are same, only the difference is operation of quadrant is different. So we can observe the circuit symbol. This is the diac symbol. Terminals are 1 and 2 marked as terminal 1 and terminal 2. One is worked as anode with respect to the another terminal. So if one is anode, then 2 acts as cathode. So this is the voltage between these two terminals. This is the circuit symbol of diac. And construction point of view, layers PN 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 dash. So when one is positive with respect to 2, the conducting path is PN PN. Current flow starts from anode to cathode like that. So current flow is possible to flow from terminal 1 to terminal 2 through the path is PN PN. When terminal 2 is positive with respect to 1, means 2 is positive, 1 is negative. In this case, current flow is possible from PN PN dash. So this is the path for when terminal 2 is positive with respect to 1, and this current path for when terminal 1 is positive with respect to the terminal 2. So these are the VI characteristics of diac. So these are the characteristics will be obtained during terminal 1 positive and terminal 2 is negative, and quite opposite when terminal 2 is positive, terminal 1 is negative. In this quadrant we will get the VI characteristics. So when the terminal 1 is positive with respect to 2, the layers P and PN starts conducting. The voltage of T1 is more than breaker voltage VB not 1 during the first quadrant operation. So when terminal 1 is positive, 1 is positive, 2 is negative, path is PN PN. VA characteristics will be obtained in this quadrant. In this case, T1 has this one, terminal 1 has more voltage than the VB01. So once conduction starts, current through the diac becomes very large. Current through the diac becomes very large and is limited by the external resistance in the circuit. So when the terminal 2 is positive and terminal 1 is negative, the current path is PN PN dash starts conducting. When the voltage of T2 is more than the breakover voltage, VB02 is the breakover voltage. So in both the cases, currents during blocking region is, this is the blocking region. So from origin to VB01 is the blocking region, and from origin to VB02 is the blocking region. This is the conducting region. Thick line is the conducting region. So during this blocking region, only small amount of current flows, that is the leakage current. Okay, current flow is same in the both the directions, only the difference is, this is the first quadrant operation and this is the third quadrant operation. Behavior is same because doping level in both the directions is same. So diac can be used in triggering circuits. So triggering of thyristors, triggering of triac, it is used. And we can also use the diac in lamp or dimmer circuits, heat control and speed control of universal motor. So if you observe the advantages, so it does not switch sharply to a low voltage condition at a low current level as done by SCR or triac. Sharply సడన్గా స్విచ్ అనేది ఉండదు, because generally the breakover voltage of diac is about 30 to 50 volts and voltage drop across the diac is around 3 to 5 volts. It has low on-state voltage drop until its current falls below the holding current level. Voltage drop decreases with the increasing current. We can observe in VI characteristics, voltage drop decreases with the increasing current. Breaker voltage will be in the range of 30 to 50 volts. So this is the forward bias characteristics and this is the reverse bias characteristics. Okay. Next, we'll go for triac. So triac is diac similar, only the difference is diac we have only two terminals, whereas in triac we have three terminals. Triac means triode works on AC. Triac is also a bidirectional device. Bidirectional thyristor with three terminals. Terminals are marked as MT1, MT2 and gate. MT1 means a main terminal 1, MT2 is the main terminal 2 and third terminal is gate. It is used in mainly control of power in AC circuits. It also used in AC phase control. If MT2 main terminal 2 is positive with respect to main terminal 1, positive gate signal applied between gate and MT1. If MT2 is negative with respect to MT1, by applying negative gate signal between gate and MT1. So we can observe the modes of operation. Before that, observe the circuit symbol and layers construction VA. So this is the circuit symbol. So two terminals, MT2 main terminal 2, main terminal 1 gate. Any terminal can be positive with respect to the another. In both the cases, triac will takes into the conduction. Okay. So based on this construction, the triggering mode of triac will be classified into four types. So when MT2 main terminal 2 is positive and gate current is positive and main terminal 1 is negative, during this condition Now we will observe the modes of operation. So first one, MT2 is positive and gate current is also positive. Okay, so MT2 positive, gate current is positive. Gate current IG is injected in this portion. Okay, gate injects sufficient charge into P2 layer. Gate current is applied to the P2. So initially P1 connected to positive and N1 connected to this one, and P2 is here. So P1 N1 is forward bias and N1 P2 is a reverse bias, because N3 is connected to the positive terminal here. But when the gate injects charges into the P2, this layer disappears and the conducting path becomes P1 N1 P2 N2. Okay, initially MT2 is positive, MT1 is negative, gate current is positive. Okay, during this condition P1 N1 is forward bias, P2 N2 is also forward bias, N1 P2 is reverse bias. When the gate current injects charges into P2 layer, a breakdown occurs across N1 and P2 and this disappears. Okay, P2 N2 breakdown occurs. So triac is said to be operated in positively biased region. Positive gate with respect to MT1 means gate is positive, MT1 is negative. Forward biases the P2 N2 and breakdown occurs. Next, second one, MT2 is positive and gate is negative. So in previous case MT2 positive, gate current also positive, but in this case MT2 positive, gate current is negative. See here IG is negative. Okay, so gate current flows through P2 N3. So here I am injecting initial charge gears into N2 layer, but the conducting path changes from this to this during the breakdown condition. Okay, so in this case N1 P2 is reverse biased, and by injecting sufficient charge into P2, conducting path is P1 N1 P2 N3. So gate current injects charges here and conducting path changes from this to this one. Okay, when MT2 positive, gate current is negative, current conducting path is P1 N1 P2 N3. Next, MT2 negative, gate current positive. MT2 terminal is negative, gate current is positive. So during this condition, IG forward biases the P2 N2 junction. IG forward biases the P2 N2 junction. Initially P2 N3 is the conducting path, but when the charges are injecting into the P2 layer, it forward biases the P2 N2. N2 injects electrons into P2 layer, then breakdown occurs. N1 P1 is the reverse bias, and the conducting path is from forward positive terminal to negative terminal. So P2 N1 P1 N4, P2 N1 P1 N4, current flows from gate to N4. Next, MT2 negative, gate current also negative. So this is the fourth quadrant operation. So IG flows from gate current flows from P2 to N3, P2 to N3, and the conducting path is P2 N1 P1 N4. Breakdown occurs across N1 P1 because this is the reverse bias condition initially, but when the charges are injecting into the P2 layer, a breakdown occurs and the path changes from P2 N1 P1 N4 changes to the P2 N1 P1 N4. These are the triggering modes of triac. four quadrant operation because it is a bidirectional device, bipolar device. Next, advantages. So triac can be triggered with positive gate pulse or negative gate pulse. By applying any gate pulse, it can be triggered. Okay, it requires only single heat sink, whereas SCR requires two heat sinks, but triac requires single heat sink with larger size. Next, triac requires single fuse for protection, whereas in SCR we have multi protection schemes are there. Triac only single fuse protection required. A safe breakdown in either direction is possible, but for SCR protection should be given with a parallel diode. So anti-parallel is connected across SCR for protection purpose, but in triac only a safe breakdown is in either direction is possible because two SCRs are connected in anti-parallel. So it is the more advantage when compared to the SCR.